Hey, how are you?
Hello. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So, at first, can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Patrik Sean. I'm from Sweden and I'm going to compete in Melodifestivalen this year with my song Dusk Till Dawn.
So, what does returning to Melodifestivalen as an artist mean to you, especially after your debut in 2021?
I've dreamt of this moment since I competed last. It's so much fun to be a part of. I love the competition. I've done it a few times as a writer as well, and yeah, it's I love doing both of those things. But since I was a kid, my dream has always been to perform. So I'm very excited to be back, and I feel like it's the right timing for me with the right song. So I'm very excited.
So, how did the idea for Dusk Till Dawn came about, and what message do you want to share through this song?
Well, I wrote it with my friends Melanie and David, and then we had a producer called Joy who jumped on later on. And originally, we didn't plan it for to be for me. We just wrote a really good song that we were aiming for a Eurovision sound, and somewhere along the way, I felt very strongly that I couldn't really give this song away. It felt very personal and very much like me and my sound and the direction I'm going in. So I felt like I had to keep it. But it's about, holding on tight to each other in dark times and hanging on to the hope of the lights that's coming.
So, as you mentioned before, you did this song with really popular Swedish songwriters, Joy Deb, Melanie Webb, and David Lindgren. How was whole cooperation with them, and what was the creative process behind the song like?
I mean, I know them all three of them since many years back. I've worked a lot with them, so it was very natural. Me, David, and Melanie, and a guy called Herman. We work very closely together and did last year, and we wrote a lot of songs. So this was just one of them, and a song that was too special to give away.
If you could describe this song in three emojis, which ones would it be?
Oh, maybe obviously like the sunrise one, and then maybe like a whirlwind because it has a bit of everything. And then yeah, the disco ball probably. There's gonna be some dancing.
Okay, can't wait. Over the years, you've clearly evolved both as a performer and a songwriter. What has changed the most in your approach to music since your first EP?
Um, oh, that's a good question. I feel like maybe I thought I needed to label myself back then. I love the songs that I made, but it was more maybe ballad focused and heartbreak focused, and since then I've written a lot of songs that are just fun and just make you feel good. So now I'm trying to combine that, like having meaningful songs, but through a sound that is maybe a bit more uplifting or a bit more energy. So yeah, I feel like it still keep evolving and I'm not done learning. I can always be better. So yeah, I just love songwriting.
Do you have any ritual or routine before coming on stage to calm down the emotions?
um I don't actually. Like I should maybe warm up my voice and do all of that, but I don't. Like I go into a very focused mindset. So I think I prefer to just be alone and then going over and over in my head and over analyzing everything. But it's not. I don't have a preparation. But maybe this time I will start a new ritual. We'll see.
Okay, so through last couple of years, you worked with many other artists as a songwriter and as a performer. Do you have any memorable or funny story you remember the most from Melodifestivalen or from songwriting sessions?
Uh, I mean, working last year with Dolly Style was definitely so much fun. All of the artists I work with are amazing, but that was also like very intense because we were already four people in our writing team, and then they are four people in the group. So we were eight people in the studio, making this happen. So that was definitely intense, but also like so much fun because we could also like envision this whole yeehaw song. Uh, and that became reality on stage. Like when we saw it, it all just made sense. So that was a very fun and special moment, and just like goofing around and, yeah.
So, having written songs for other artists as well as performing your own, which role brings you more satisfaction today?
I mean, that's impossible to say, really. Like, I love both. I'm always going to do both. As I said, I just love songwriting. So I will always want to write for other artists, but I'm also a singer from like, that's my childhood dream to be a performer. So, at this stage in my life, I feel like I want to be where I am and be on the stage and perform the songs. But yeah, on the side, I will always do both.
Do you have any artist or any particular genre that inspired you to do music?
I mean, I'm very inspired by good vocalists. So growing up, it was like trying to imitate Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey or big singers like that. And then kind of when I found my way of singing, obviously like Sam Smith was a huge influence because that was kind of similar to what I was doing when he first came to the scene. But now I listen to a lot of like random rave music just to kind of get my head out of the typical pop structure and just yeah, kind of merge different worlds. So I'm inspired by all music now.
If you had to name one biggest dream related to your music career that still lies ahead of you, what would it be?
Winning Eurovision.
Okay. As a composer or as a singer?
Since I write my own songs, I would say singer because then I get both.
What do you find most challenging about being a professional musician, and what brings you greatest joy while writing the songs or performing?
Uh, I mean, connecting with people is what this is all about. So that could be like in the studio because that's a very intimate, process as well. And you get to know someone very deeply when you write a song with them because you have to be very open with who you are and your emotions. But also connecting with people then from stage and seeing like what this intimate process kind of, when that resonates with someone in the audience, that's an amazing thing and beautiful.
So through all these years, you wrote countless songs. If you could name top three songs of which are your favorites of you, which ones would
Oh,
it be?
that's a good question.
One song would
Someone's gonna
be,
get
I
mad.
think, one song would be, I think, too hard. So that's why three.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I wrote a song with a British artist called Grace Davies. The song is called Amsterdam, and that's a personal favorite to me. I feel like that song is very special. And I've written a lot of songs with my best friend Melanie Weber, who's also a part of this song. And yeah, we've I think one of her songs. Oh, which one should I say? Uh, Probably Irony is one of my favorites from her. And then, oh, it's tricky. There's like so many. I mean, obviously, Move with the Mamas. That was my introduction to Melodifestivalen. So, and that won the whole competition. So that's always going to be like the most special memory that I have with my music.
I thought you won't say that. This is my favorite song. I love this
Oh,
song.
really?
I had like this
Oh,
time in life, like in 2 years, I listened to this song every time I went to sleep. Like before I'm going to sleep, 3 minutes before I'm
no.
listening to this song.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that makes me so happy. I mean, that's the biggest compliment I can get as a songwriter. So thank you for saying that. Yeah, I love that song too. So, well, thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet a person who created it. So
Thank you.
for the end, what's your favorite Swedish Eurovision song, but not written by you?
Ah, oh, there's so many. I think from like recent years, at least, I would say Cornelia Jacobs, "Hold Me Closer." I feel like that song was so special and kind of shook everything up because she came kind of as an underdog, almost like last year with Kai. And yeah, I think that song and her as an artist just kind of was so special. So that I would say that one. Yeah.
Great choice. So that was all. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time and good luck in Melody Festival. And I'm crossing my fingers.
Thank you so much, and I hope I get to talk to you soon again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Take care.